we gotta say, rest in peace to DJ K Slay, man.
Um, do you want to go ahead? I know
I
you
was
had some.
devastated to hear the news, man. DJ K Slay goes back, and for people who don't know, he goes back way back into the graffiti writing. He, was a participant in some of the biggest forms of the craft of hip hop that you could be in. Number one, a DJ. DJ is the cornerstone and just the center of the universe when it comes to hip hop altogether, and graffiti writing. And he did both of those on a high level. Now, for me, when I got really introduced to K Slay was during the Jay Z and Nas thing. I think I was telling you this off of offline, man. I remember when Hot 97 was showing their favoritism and radio in general was showing their favoritism. When I wanted to hear Nas side of things, I know I was gonna hear the leaks from DJ K Slay. Even though I know that eye for an eye was on Clue somehow. Clue probably didn't even know that was going on. But when Ether and all that hit, and and the leaks for Last Real Nigga Alive, K Slay was the voice that I heard over those records. And yeah, I remember that vividly, and I've been a fan ever since because I know that he was about that hardcore hip hop, and really wasn't about the machine or kissing ass to the machine, for lack of a better term.
Yes, all those things.
Shout
Um,
out to I'm gonna get to you real quick. Uh, what is this? Fatini? I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. With the super chat says, I got my popcorn ready. Hi, can't wait to hear this conversation. Blue Collar Hustle says, don't forget to discuss Nas dropping new video slash merch for Magic on the 28th anniversary of Illmatic. Yes, we're gonna talk about both of those things. Go ahead, Coop. You were gonna say your thoughts on K Slay.
no, I don't have too much to say. I think you covered most things wonderfully. For those who didn't know, he operated at a legendary level in two of the five elements. As a graffiti artist and as a DJ, in just terms of his legendary level. Because he's a legendary graffiti artist and a legendary DJ. There aren't a lot of people that can say those things that have impacted culture the way that he has. I think for a lot of people, their familiarity with him musically is because of the thing that you just stated. It's like where you had to get like Nas's perspective. I can remember one of the K Slade tapes actually had like the Nas interview where he was talking about like the dynasty is dying nasty at the end and he starts
Yeah.
laughing. That was like the first time I heard Nas laugh. You know what you know what I mean? And so like that was like on K Slay. So I think a lot of people musically are going to remember him for that time, just providing some balance to it. And it's like you said, well, if you wanted to hear Nas's perspective of the Nas joints, you kind of had to go like through K Slay at the time, and he was somebody that was like really addicted to the core of hip hop and the fundamentals. And rest in peace to him.
Yes. Sorry if I butchered the name earlier. He said it's Fantasy 731. Your mic sounds a little muffled. I want to make sure you clear because we got a lot to talk about today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, K Slay was on the core of this shit, and a real dude. I never met him, but everybody that I know that met him and got to know him, they all say the same thing. And like I said, as a listener and as a hip hop fan, I really appreciated the balance that he provided during a time where, all the commercialized MCs, especially from New York, it was like very one sided. He was really down with the core of the shit. And like I said, even with his most recent releases, you see straight spitters on his stuff,
Yeah.
playing no games. And I do. And Leroy Green says K Slay came in with Dipset. I do remember him hearing K Slay over a lot of Dipset in those mixtape records that I used to hear back in the day. So rest in peace to him, icon in hip hop, and definitely truly be missed.